Love, light, greetings, gratitude and blessings, Ascension Star Seeds. Welcome, my divinity, to yours. Thank you for your love light, your support, your appreciation, participation. Thank you for your hearted comments. Importantly, significantly, and magnificently, is our collective unite in light. The greatest, grandest joy and delight to shift, uplift, to work and weave our people and planet into ascension, into a higher and beautiful, bountiful dimension. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am recording on 17/12/2024. Collective vibration is 1. New starts, new beginnings, brand new, adventure, excitement, and of course the magician. Allowing you to awaken your inner magician, your innate magic, to manifest the miracles, to create the new pathways, to allow yourself to reach the levels, the layers, the height, and the light. Together we invoke, invite, and welcome the energy, essence, and presence of Creator, Divine, Mother, Father, of all that is. Welcome. Grace with your embrace. As we connect, please protect our hearts, our bodies, our mind, our spirit, our families, our loved ones, our homes, our path, our sojourn. Every country, every being in every kingdom, to reach the heightened awareness and the multi-dimensional spaceness of oneness, of wellness, of togetherness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful family of light. We are reading on Catherine, Princess of Wales. As many of us know, she's another dimension of being, of presence. Just to get an understanding of what is going on, what she would like to tell us, or shed light to, particularly about the Christmas Carol concert that left many of us heartbroken by what we've seen. Yes, there are those that are sleeping, and with love and light I say it, until you actually awaken to understand that nothing is as it seems. What is being projected is incredibly fictitious. All that staging and performing and acting and reenacting, that plotting and planning and photoshopping and editing and all of that false, fake fiction we're tired of, because there is just the most innocent 3 of the lives that are suffering the most that we can see. And it really shakes us and breaks us. And we are now asking for the collective to awaken. And the more that happens, this will stop, because it's being accepted. And a minority that is awake does not compare to the mass populace that is sleeping and accepting. There's just too much of collusion and collaboration with the forces of the absence of light that is continually engineering this agenda that we are so tired of. And of course, we cannot go there and correct it, but we can work from a distance and continue to send love, light, protection, healing, prayer for the children and for divine intervention, divine justice. It will come, but not always as we want it to come or expect it to come. So, please, Spirit of Light, bring in the energy, the vibration the soul divinity of Catherine, Princess of Wales. We ask you to hold her in this energy and space, as I've already had a bit of communion with her, prelude to the reading. I do see a very solemn energy, appearance of her. No makeup, hair is tied where I just get to see the face, so it could be a plait or plaited or braided behind that I don't get to see. But there is no smile, there is sadness, there is emptiness, there's such a grayness of energy. I have two decks. In both decks I generally use for Catherine. At the bottom of this is the Chariot. And the energy of the Chariot can go either way. It depends who the driver is and what your intention is for your path, for your journey. Right? At the moment in the UK there is winter, so it's quite apt to show the driving force of something that is taking place in a very cold environment, in a cold setting, cold scenery. That's the vibration of the energies. Cold and cruel and callous and calculated. Page of Wands. We continue to play the games of immature ambitions, setting immature goals. Queen of Swords, the brutal truth is what we're waiting for, and what is taking place is cutting through like a knife. It's a dagger going through, a blade going through, and as a feminine energy, it is expressional of the brutality of that one feels as a feminine, especially as a mother, and what she's going through, having to endure this. Judgment. What she's not happy. She's sanctioning for judgment, calling for judgment, like we all are. But somebody's got to stop it. It must end. We're tired of it. So before I began, I'd already connected with her spirit and with Diana's spirit. Diana's, the Queen of Cups, had fallen out in the pre-shuffle, to say, please summon the hierarchies of the divine to rally and tally this up. Let's do one more. 5 of Cups. Great sadness. This is bringing her great sadness, and it is hurting. That's the face that I actually saw. A very solemn, sad, depressed, broken face, broken energy. The 5 of Swords behind that. Right, it is over and done. She's over and done with. So they need to close this chapter. That's what we're getting here. Is why continue this? Why let that go on? My candle is, the flame is really reacting, and I switched the AC off, thinking that that was the reason. Because we're in the midst of a heat wave that's going on for many weeks, about 3 weeks, and we have just a day or two with slightly lower temperature but a greater humidity from the crash storms. So it's not the AC. So that's definitely a very agitated spirit of Catherine's coming through, and now causing the candle to actually drip, because it could be expressive of her tears, of her pain, and wanting to release that. And amazing, as I said that, that agitation had stopped a little bit. So tell us, Catherine, through the divine's protection and cushioning and grounding. What do you want to express to us at this time? Let's open it out for you to tell us. What do you want to say? What do you want to express? 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 9 of Coins. At the bottom is the Death. Right, so this is all the confirmation that she's not here anymore. That was her end. It's over. She's now in a resting place that has not concluded the chapter. Right? This is the sad grey face, the grey energy. You see? If you look at it horizontally, that's the grey energy. And the 9 of Coins is her. She's not here. She's singled out and being brought out to pretend. This is her pretending, her energy being used to pretend, a lookalike of falseness. This nonsense, in fact. It's nonsense. That's the word I get. It makes no sense. That's what's going on with her. Is let's just keep utilizing the energy, although we know that she's no longer here. Eight of Swords. So I'm not taking these cards, but I want to show them to you. That's what she is. She's bound. Her energy is being bound to project a happy outcome of them as still being a couple. But that's what's being put out there. So she's continuing from the 9 of Coins, saying this is who she truly is as a confirmation, but this is what's being projected. Well, I can keep it. I've been given a go-ahead to keep it. But the card that showed is the Tower. It is coming down. She says it's coming down. We know that for sure it's coming down. And we're very anxious for this, but it will strike. She says, don't lose hope. It is awful, it is painful, but it's coming down. And she will make sure it comes down. It can only go on for as long or so long. It's overdue. We know that. She says it's overdue. It's over the limit. It's beyond the limit. But you see, this charade will end in a very unpleasant way. So how do you feel? Right? It is really not the right question is how do you feel about what went on at the Christmas Carol? But what would you like to tell us a little bit about that? Well, she's not happy, clearly. It's taken a toll on her energy at a soul level that it's so deceptive, it is unthinkable about what is going on. And I think more so because of the children. Now all these swords showing up is no coincidence, because it is wrecking nerves. It is altering state of mind as much as it's altering the state of mind of the children. It's affecting the children as much as it's affecting her. Knight of Cups, he just continues to bring it out as a new offering, a new performance, a new staging, a new adventure. That's what he keeps doing. Riding the dolphin represents the children, riding on their energy and strength to showcase them, to bring them out and make as if everything is wonderful, that it's, you know, to bring out that clarity and transparency. The children are fine, all is well, we are a happy family. But in the depth of the ocean, meaning the depth of the psychology, the emotion, it's not the case. It is a great weight. It's taking its toll. It is hard to bear what she's watching and having to endure. It's not like you pass on and it's all okay on the other side, because you have children left behind, you have family left behind. So it still takes a very in-depth toll, a massive toll on the soul that has to watch that. Because no mother will not want to watch over their children or stop watching their children. And these are not children as adult children, these are little ones. So what would you do to help change this? Or how can you help change this? What would you do to stop this? She's offering everyone strength because she knows the times of the creatures in the jungle. She knows what the wild cards are, what they're playing. She's offering strength for everyone to have the strength to keep going, to keep sowing the seeds, to keep praying. Thank you. In the second deck, we have the Five of Wands, which is the conflict, the battle that this particular family is having to endure. The Emperor, oh, we have Death again, the Hermit, the Queen of Cups. So this is Diana from the higher vibrations, from the light that is working with Catherine. So she's come up in this particular deck at the bottom. She fell out of the first deck as the Queen of Cups, looking like a mermaid there. So she's helping Catherine very much. And it shows how the system just continues. Right, to hold it all together, to keep the face, to keep the image, to keep the structure, to keep the crown, the firm, the establishment. They've just got to keep on going, right? Deceiving. Right, she's long gone. With the Hermit card, she's long gone. The Death and the Hermit together is showing she's gone into that position of being out of the public, being in that solitary energy for a length of time. But the Emperor card just keeps wanting to go, to continue the charade, the game. So what are you What would you like to say? What are you thinking? What do you want to express about what William is up to? How do you feel about this? What do you want to say is really the matter with him? In reverse, we have the Four of Cups and we have the Emperor. Besides the fact that he is so clouded by his true and real emotion of the children at the moment, as the four of them, the three children and him being a family right now, he doesn't even know what he's doing as a prince, as a future king. He's no longer in control anymore. He's out of control. There's no stability in his emotion. Everything's toppling. It's getting from bad to worse. So that's William losing it as a future king. But whatever he's doing, he can't stand up straight. He can't keep it up, as in being composed and statured and responsible and mature for what he needs to do. We've got the Hierophant. Look at this. We've got the Hierophant, we've got the Tower, the Nine of Swords, the King of Swords, and we've got Justice. So this sums up a lot of it. And at the bottom we have the Two of Cups. That is what he continues to do, is to play her out. Wow, we've got Judgment, we've got the World. These are all the base energies. Right, continually taking her out, showing her to the world as if she's real. But there's a judgment. Every time he does that, he increases his judgment. There's a judgment being increased because those that are awake are calling for the judgment, calling for the justice. They're tired of this nonsense from the firm. Right, stop following the instructions. Stop doing what you think is right. It's going to come down. The establishment, the institution, and all those that are party to the agenda, that are aware of the agenda, all senior members are, including their immediate families, as well as specific elites, as well as certain members of government, as well as key personnel in MSM. They are all aware of what is happening. If not the entirety of it, but they do know the game that's being played. And that is why you do not get explicit, transparent reporting on it. And a lot of what is going on live is now being edited, doctored, photoshopped, and then being put out. Because I know that when I viewed the live of the concert, the things that I picked up, and when I go back and look for the videos on that, you see all those parts have been cut out. Because it's there, it's clear. Right? That's the pain it's giving the world. And there's the call for the truth, the honesty. Right? We need a breakthrough, and the breakthrough of justice. It will come. It will come. But it will not come in the truth, in the way it happened. But there's always justice at the end, she says. You cannot escape the justice, the karma, the law of divine. And I know we want to see it playing out, but it will play out in different ways. There is suffering going on. There is suffering going on. We've got an Emperor in reverse. We've got 2 towers. You've got the Judgment right next to the World card. That's the Judgment right next to the World. This is a global issue, a cosmic issue, because our world needs to reform, and this particular establishment is the hub of what is happening in the world and has been for centuries. So there is a massive judgment on this particular institution. So if you think anybody's getting away with it, they won't, because it's wrecking the nerves of the perpetrators, as it is the audience, the spectator. Truth will come. Truth will come. Justice will come. The Justice card sits on the Judgment and the World, and I didn't plan that. I was just looking for space. So that's to do with William. Can you tell us when or how soon will this chapter of yours close, to make peace with it? Because the important thing is it won't go away. It doesn't ever go away, because we still think about Diana, and we think about others that have been taken out, that in a cruel way, in a horrid way, and it's all been covered up and masked. But at least the mockery will stop. You know, the respect will be given for a closure to something, than having to play it out as if it's a puppet, it's a toy. It's meaningless, it's pointless, senseless, heartless. Can you give us an indication for how much longer before this stops? I get, they just keep killing me over and over again. It's every time they do it, they just keep killing me over and over again. It kills, it's painful. It's a dagger to your heart. And I've been getting a serious pain in my lower abdomen on my right side from when I started connecting with her, before I came on camera. And that's what she's showing me, that piercing, that sharp, that stabbing pain. And here she gives us the instrument that is in fact what I'm feeling. And if I had to turn it that way, it's to the left, but if I face it, it is my right, which is exactly where I'm feeling this pain. Can you please give us some indication? The Six of Wands, right? It is a win and a victory, a celebration. So that's what they will continue to do, is to bring her out for as long as they need to or have to. to celebrate their victory. To prolong it. Right, to prolong it. So 5 of Pentacles. She's not part of the family anymore. She's subtracted. She's minused. She's absent. She's isolated from this family. She's not part of the wealth, the health, the lineage, the tree. Right? She's no longer there in the 5 of Pentacles. But they continue to mock it. Right? They continue to wound by celebrating the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, this agony, right? The war that's going on, as a victory. It is selfish. It is their victory. But remember, we've got the Emperor in reserve, in reverse. Yes, in reserve, but in reverse. Right next to the Hierophant in the Tower. And these are all big messages. And right below that, we've got the Judgment, the World, the Justice. In closing, a message for the children. What would you like to say? Right, we have the 3 of Pentacles, because that's her wealth, her children. That's her life, her wheel, her lineage, her everything. Interesting, isn't it? And how apt it is to see the 3 of Pentacles right next to the 10. And our vibration is 19. 10 equals 1, which is that completion, that cycle. That's her be all and end all. That's her life. That was the most meaningful aspect of her life. Her 3 of Pentacles, her 3 children were the gold, the prize, the wealth of her life. Beautiful ones, let's continue to pray. Cover these children with light and do what we need to do to protect them. And with that, I love you, I thank you, and I bless you.